So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he? And uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
And this is Griezmann. Conte. Now it's Griezmann. And this is Cruyff. Good chance here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And back out. And that is out of play. Crosses it in here. Gerrard. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Suarez. Now it's Griezmann. That's very neat. And he can thump it away. Nicked it back promptly. And here's Suarez. Now, can they get him away? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Griezmann. Oh, shooting chance! And it's a goal! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Colorado Springs have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Nedved with the clearance. Milan are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running...
And he shoots! Oh, good finish! And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Colorado Springs are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And this is Cruyff. Oh, that's an excellent interception. That's put paid to the danger. Played into space. Oh, delightful ball. He has a look up. Real chance! Vieira. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception, well timed. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Juve. He's picked his way through. And the referee has blown for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Colorado Springs clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Colorado Springs firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. So we're off again. Threads one in. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Doku. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Xavi Alonso. Floated through. Del Piero gets on his bike and on the move. And Del Piero! Against the crossbar! Colorado Springs, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And he's quick to return it. Maldini. Colorado Springs are 2 up early in the second half. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rashford. Zanetti.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Neymar. Gerrard! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Gerrard is offering a wry smile there.
And this is Inzaghi. He's in one-on-one. It's a threatening ball. Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Colorado Springs find a position of real strength now. And it's Neymar. Has a look and plays it forward. Adams gets over and intercepts. Zanetti. That'll be a throw-in. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Albert Ferrer cuts it out. Zanetti. That's a little... Oh, he's having a go! Short changes him with that pass. Nedved. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Back where it came from. It's not an especially good pass, that. Vieira. For Xavi Alonso. Tries to pass it through. Zanetti. And it's Rashford. And this is Del Piero. So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. And we're done. Colorado Springs really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponent. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his overlapping runs, he effectively revolutionised the role. He turned the fullback into a vital attacking weapon. It inspired so many players to be just like him.
Ibrahimovic. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Quarter of an hour played. Raul.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Vieira. Colorado Springs.
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Raul. He's in a great position here. Guti. And it's Pato. Now, can they get him away? Howson. And it's Carvajal. Almost half an hour in now. And that has found him in acres of space. Bergomi gets it away. Knocks it into space. Raul, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Luis Suarez! And he's straight offside. Roberto Carlos. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Japan have reclaimed it. Rui Costa. Roberto Carlos. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. And this is Raul.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff, good driving run. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break. And hostility. Oh, what has happened here?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's the throw. Raul running with the ball. Threads one in. Guti. And this is Luis Suarez. Suarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Cruyff. Driving on and making good progress. And Cruyff! Goal! It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Colorado Springs have broken through. It's 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rodri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through.
Japan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And he nearly went all the way.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Roberto Carlos with the short one. He's having a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Mateus. And now they can spring out of defence. Pass somewhat off target. Alonso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Neymar.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Bale. Colorado Springs still ahead by the game's only goal. That's a pretty loose pass. Now that's well seen too. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! A finish right from the top draw. Do not write them off. Back they come. Simplicity itself.
Ibrahimovic really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Carvajal promptly onto that, and that is that. Mateus. Now Ibrahimovic. Now it's Inzaghi. Tries one from range. And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So straight into the action. Roberto Carlos! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Can he get it through? Albert Ferrer calmly anticipates. Silvestre. Oh, it's Griezmann! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Griezmann clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Shapes to shoot! They want to be quick to recover this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Xavi Alonso. And the shot's on here. Griezmann! Oh, that was no routine save.
Griezmann actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Albert Ferrer. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Nesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Griezmann. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, can he find a finish? Oh, he's been caught on it here! Roberto Carlos, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Colorado Springs
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Pull it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's quick to return it. That has ended up in no man's land. Schmeichel, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Guardiola, it's a searching pass. Xavi Alonso. No way through. And it's Hullet. Nedved. And the referee has blown for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around. And I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Down to business again. So, the first half brought no goals. Now it's Batistuta. Bergomi does really well to win the ball there. Griezmann.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Tries from distance. Colorado Springs do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
That's a little off target. Knocks it into space. And Del Piero! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Rijkaard, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Griezmann, under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Guardiola!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's got away. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. No. Again, there's no way through. Now it's Del Piero. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? It's Griezmann! It's hit the upright. Baresi is there to clear. Taken back almost at once.
Colorado Springs clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offense is the best form of defense.
Now it's Del Piero. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Always onto this. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Colorado Springs can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And this is Pato. And he's only too happy to take that back. He's having a pop! Corner number 3 coming up. Defending of the desperate variety. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way.
Giuseppe Bergami, certainly one of the fiercest opponents I've had the honour of facing.
Well, one of Italy's finest and surely anyone's fiercest opponent. A master of Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
The keeper was likely to need...
Ah, he's given it away. That could spell trouble. Big chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of...
Real chance! Oh, what has happened here?
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
And Cruyff! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. He won't be happy with that one. Messi, he's in a good position here.
Colorado Springs really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rat...
He'll try from distance! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Messi. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Griezmann. O'Shea. Vieira wins the duel this time.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Conte. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And this is Cruyff. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Colorado Springs truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Conte. And this is Messi. Vieira.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Half-time getting close now. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. O'Shea. Now it's Griezmann. Now it's Luis Suarez. Can he get it through? And that's been slipped through. Real chance here. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Colorado Springs finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Colorado Springs can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look.
It's Bale! Oh, he's been caught napping. Raul plays it in. Pepe attempts a clearance. And it's Luis Suarez. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Juve powering forward here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Maldini is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Now it's Raul. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And this is Bale. Bale! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Bergomi does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Inzaghi, and this is Bale. Oh, he's on his own! Shoots! And that's a sharp finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Shot a goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tries to get it clear. Great vision. Thinks about the shot. Looking to play him in.
Madrid really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they...
And Owen! Another one of football's and how moments.
Unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it...
Osimhen! And how did he not put that away? Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Inzaghi. And he's managed to get free. Oh, shooting chance! And another try! And a neat finish! And the comeback is complete! Raul duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Colorado Springs have their lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Very much into the last knockings. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Bellingham. Bellingham. Very nicely done. And a shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Bellingham really may get an earful from his teammates for not looking up to see what was around him, but
And that will be the final act. Colorado Springs have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Griezmann. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Ribéry. Iker Casillas, Jim, a man considered amongst the greatest ever when it comes to goalkeeping.
Yeah, and it's all the more impressive given that he's relatively short for a keeper, Peter, but he makes up.
Ribéry! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Conte. Now Costa Curta. Looking to play him in. Now it's Griezmann. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Conte. And here's Makalele. Pato is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. So it is still 0-0. Oh, he's trying to skip past it. It's Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty! A finish of true class! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Colorado Springs have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Foot in. Cafu.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
That is good alertness. Pato is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Pato. Knocks it into space. Nedved with the delivery. Baresi with the clearance. Big chance! Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
He won't be happy with that one. Ribéry. It's a really well-measured ball. Conte. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Colorado Springs leading by 1 at the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Colorado Springs have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So straight into the second half. Colorado Springs leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And here's Suarez. Makalele. And it's Batistuta. And here's Griezmann. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Pato! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Colorado Springs with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good climb! And no mistake. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Colorado Springs are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Oh, that's nice. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Suarez.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nedved. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Xavi Alonso. That's an imaginative pass. Makalele. Adams. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Colorado Springs do have a chance to counter. And Ribery! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, you could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
So will they make it count again?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now they can spring out of defence. Vieira. Looking for options for movement.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Shot could be on. Makalele, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Batistuta! And that is quite wonderful! A finish right from the top draw! And what a climax we have here! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fair... It's Griezmann! And there's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! And that is fabulous! A true beauty! Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real great chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can clear their lines. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff! Johan Cruyff! Unequalled in the history of our beautiful game.
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
You just know there is no stopping that.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Colorado Springs really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
This their second corner of the game. Towering header! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Grease, can he finish? Griezmann is flagged offside. Cruyff. Takes the shot. Saliba clears. Now it's Del Piero. And Del Piero! He's done very well to get to that.
Del Piero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Colorado Springs already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Griezmann. Looking to play him in. Cruyff with the cross. Chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pass is just off target. Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso going forward. Well read, and the danger is averted.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Nedved. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Berbatov. Colorado Springs leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And the through ball. Now can he find a finish? Griezmann! And that's a good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself. What? And for the first half, that is that.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Colorado Springs looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. We're on the move again. Tries to play it through. Oh, super! It's Griezmann! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And now he has 2. Colorado Springs find a position of real strength now. Nedved, and the shot! It's a loose ball. That's going to go a long way. Looking for the far post. Saliba gets it away. And the shot! And the keeper threw out a limb.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Corner number 3 coming up. He's rising! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Chiellini. This is a promising build-up. Oh, there's a probing ball. That is a brilliant interception. Griezmann has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Now, can they get him away? And he was quick to react. Xavi Alonso. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Griezmann. Plays a sharp little ball here. No, that's been intercepted. Looking for options for movement. Nedved. Vieira. And here's Del Piero. Griezmann. Look, takes a shot! And that's a tidy finish. 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And there was his 3rd, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Colorado Springs are having a ball here. Griezmann. Griezmann! He's put his foot right through that one.
Colorado Springs certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Nedved. Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Griezmann. And he's in on... And the shot! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
He's having a pop! Alessandro Del Piero, another ice-cool goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
It's a mass exodus now, certain sections.
And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Xavi Alonso. Just seeing the board now. It's going to be 5 extra minutes. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? He's having a shot!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Tries a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Colorado Springs can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Griezmann, a huge performance, answering the call. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So straight into the action. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just a supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
In the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's Griezmann, and here's Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Griezmann. Chiellini clears without hesitation. And we have our very first corner. Silvestre clears it away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Del Piero. Neither side yet able to find the net. Over to the right flank. Dani Olmo gets into a good position. Oh, that's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you'll have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ah, looks a smashed shape to the shoots! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Colorado Springs restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff gets on his bike and on the move. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Probing pass. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And they can counter here. Vieira. No, that's been intercepted.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
That's a sharp pass. Cruyff! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cruyff clearly thought...
And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it has been tight. It's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And that's the second half started.
Colorado Springs have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Colorado Springs
really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Schlotterbeck.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
No, he's had it taken off him. McAllister. Silvestre. In towards the back stick. Cleared without hesitation. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's making progress on the ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Del Piero. Griezmann. Dani Olmo. That's good running with the ball. Great vision. He's through here. And it's made its way to him.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's Nedved! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Nedved has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
It's their second corner of the game. Mateus. And now a sudden chance to counter.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Look at the space here. Pato! And that's a real chance missed. Colorado Springs have their third corner. And that has been cleared.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Floated through. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those highest tempo games.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Nedved. Great vision. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! It's in! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So, a breakthrough already. Couldn't squeeze it through. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Cruyff. And it's Nedved. And here's Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! And how good was that? A finish of true class. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Colorado Springs. Chance for a shot! And it's there! And with that, he takes home the match ball. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every...
Towering header! Oh, good finish! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Colorado Springs are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can...
Great chance! He's got a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Suarez has it in a wide position. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Yep, it's a corner. Good reason for optimism here. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Griezmann gathers from the goal kick. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Very nicely done. had a shot! No, that's just wide.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone... Cruyff! Cruyff! That is beyond words!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Morocco are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Nesta. And here's Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. And it's Bellingham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Griezmann. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Bellingham. Bellingham. And it's Koundé. That's Maldini. Van Dijk. Yaya Toure is always scanning the pitch for targets. Bellingham. Some intricate passing, looking to progress. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's shifting through the gears here. No foul, says the referee. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Nedved. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's good play from him.
That is good strength. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Griezmann, well read, and the danger is averted. Yaya Toure. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bellingham. Threads one in. Nedved. And that's been won straight back. And it's Yaya Toure. It's a good spell of possession, this. Maldini. And it's Rodri. Maldini is there, and he can get that clear. And we have our very first corner. And a header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rodri actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Costa Curta. Passing is crisp and sharp. To Maldini. Rodri. Rummenigge. In with the challenge. And it's Del Piero. Nicely worked. He's in. He's had a shot! And it's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. And a trademark. And that is all they have time for.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Colorado Springs firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Bellingham.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Cruyff conjures time and space where few can. Chips it through. And this is Del Piero. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Colorado Springs with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. Rummenigge. And the shots are... And the shots! Shevchenko! This guy is class! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Back to within one! Interesting! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Just one in it now.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Taken back almost at once.
Morocco really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach. It's Griezmann! Oh, he's just got under that.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
So we have movement on both benches. Costa Curta. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
And it's Koundé. And here's Forlan. Now it's Bellingham. And it's Rodri. This is a promising build-up. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Guti. Nicely shaped ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Colorado Springs surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Chance for a shot! And that's a tidy finish. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Morocco really can sense it now. This game is theirs to...
Good chance here! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Inzaghi. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Tries one from range! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Colorado Springs with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tries to get it clear. Bergomi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Can he finish? Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Rodri, was one of Europe's most coveted midfielders when he was on the market, and often seen as an integral component in the next generation of Spanish midfielders. He's got that outstanding quality of being able to shield the ball particularly well.
There's the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Maldini with the clearance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Look at the space. Neymar! Denied by an instinctive save.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Koundé. Nicely weighted ball. Still goalless. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Now it's Bellingham. And it's Rodri. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work.
Goes for goal! Oh, crossbar! Neymar. And it's Bellingham. And Koundé. Rodri. And it's Koundé. And he's forced to go back. Bellingham. Very nicely done. Now it's Yaya Toure. And that is the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So neither side yet off the mark.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Away we go again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
He's had a shot! He's having a pop! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Koundé, Colorado Springs do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's gone backward. And the shot! Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time. About as smooth as it gets. The first significant strike. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Judge, surely! Well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Rummenigge. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's a key interception. Knocks it into space. Tries a shot! Goal! Morocco! And again they hit the front. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
Morocco leading now. Strong running down that left flank. That is good alertness.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And the ball is out of play. Koundé is there and he can pick it up. And it's Bale. Xabi Alonso. Oh, that's fabulous.
That's good play from him. That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Colorado Springs have their second corner now. Toure with the clearance. Morocco are looking to go forward now. Koundé, not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Yaya Toure is always looking to break lines. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Neymar. Bellingham, 2 assists to his credit already. And no, that was never going to make it. Raul. Neymar. And that will be it. Colorado Springs, perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive maestros, and here is a prime example. So how highly do you rate this fella, Alessandro Nesta?
Well, he's without doubt one of the very best they've produced. He's been mature well beyond his years since those younger days, blending power, speed, technique, and...
Luis Suarez! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
No outsmarting him this time. Now it's Luis Suarez. And here's Griezmann. He's having a hit! Brilliant from Griezmann! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Borussia Dortmund are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Played into space, and he's intervened well there. Borussia Dortmund are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Seedorf makes a dash for it. He has a look up. And he's quick to get rid. Plays the ball back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with...
Decent chance! And no mistake. They are purring, truly purring. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Tries to pass it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And this is Cruyff. Schneider. Oh, good ball. Chouameni can clear it away. Griezmann. Is there It's Griezmann! Yes! How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best. And that really is so impressive. And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Griezmann! And that's off target.
Colorado Springs certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
That's a shade optimistic. And we've reached half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Colorado Springs are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. And we get things going again. And here's Cruyff. Seedorf. No, again there's no way through. Vieira. Pass is just off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Colorado Springs have themselves a chance from the spot. Courtois must save this. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Xabi Alonso makes the interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Looking for the run. Can he get it through? And this is Hazard. And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, good-looking ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now it's Schneider. And it's Griezmann. Chouameni does really well to win the ball there. A probing pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Costa Curta. Seedorf. Luis Suarez. Now that's well seen too. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Griezmann, and the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Hazard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's a cute ball. Costa Curta. And it's Chouameni. And here's Cruyff. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Griezmann. He'll try from distance. Oh, terrific save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And he's there to clear it. Schneider. Eto'o. Tries to play it through. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Colorado Springs can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Griezmann doing what he does best, just running the show. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now.
I think this is a...
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He has found the way through. It's Luis Suarez! And he has kept it out somehow.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Throw in. And he welcomes it in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Musiala powering forward here. Musiala! Now this could be a chance. Barcelona claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Maldini getting this one clear. Maradona. And now they can spring out of defence. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Griezmann. The muscular approach does pay off here. That's destined for the flank. Colorado Springs are looking to break at pace. And this is Cruyff. Nedved has the space to scheme. He leaps for it! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Suarez. Oh, well played.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Maradona. He's got away. Hangs one in. And it's hoisted clear. And this is Forlan. Xavi Alonso. And smartly reclaimed. That is good alertness. Tonali. Now Costa Curta. Some really good ball movement. Oh, there's a probing ball. Xavi Alonso. Cruyff can see things others simply cannot. Tchouaméni. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So straight into the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Vieira. That's a little off target. Colorado Springs, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And here's Forlan. Vieira. Now it's Raul. Nedved. Great ball, and he's in. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Looking for a runner. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Nedved. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Mbappe! Now it's Mbappe. Tchouaméni. Raul does really well to win the ball there. Distributed tidily.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
Stojkovic! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Place it in low. Vieira. Colorado Springs, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Into the last quarter of an hour. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he can thump it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Stojkovic. And it's Xavi Alonso. And here's Stojkovic.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Cruyff. Chouameni cuts it out. Xavi Alonso. Just 5 minutes left. Pepe. Musiala. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision. Cruyff. And this is Raul. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's it! It is done! Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attack. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Now he's off and running. Nicked it back promptly. And this is Cruyff. And Cruyff! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Luis Suarez with the cross. And he's there to deal with it. Cruyff. Baresi getting this one clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the counter is on. Quarter of an hour played. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Raul stood his ground strongly. Raul plays it in.
Well played and well cleared.
Vieira. Now it's Xabi Alonso. That's a cute ball. And he cuts out the supply. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Griezmann. And this is Nedved. Oh, now he can... Nedved! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Totti. Raul. Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception, well timed. Vieira. Now it's Griezmann. Xabi Alonso. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. He's shifting through the gears here. Goes down, but nothing given. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nedved, well timed, excellent interception. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. Away we go again.
Colorado Springs have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Colorado Springs come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
It's Bale! Gareth! Glittering Bale!
I kind of had a feeling it was going to be him, Peter. He's one of those players who has a natural knack of reading the tide of a game, and he knew it was his time to make his mark. Sensational.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Colorado Springs have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That's a throw. Out again for a throw-in. Rijkaard.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Howson cuts out the pass. Looking for the run. And the shot! Well taken goal. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Bangladesh really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He won't be happy with that one. Nicely weighted ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Inzaghi. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And this is Bale. Colorado Springs have reclaimed it. And this is Griezmann. Filippo Inzaghi. And he shoots! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Colorado Springs now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
Well, he certainly was.
And that's it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come. Although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but you want him to focus on the main task, which is defending, and that he loves.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Cruyff. Chiellini gets a foot in here. No, he's had it taken off him. And that's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Griezmann. Decent chance! They've scored! The first significant strike. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Cruyff has been caught there, it's a foul. And it's Thuram. Passing is crisp and Cruyff! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he could...
Oh, what's he done? Irwin kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Griezmann. Now it's Cruyff. And he welcomes it in. Big chance! And that's in! And they're threatening to fly away here! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Colorado Springs are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And this is Griezmann. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Bellingham gets on his bike and on the move. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Cruyff. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Trying the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Colorado Springs find a position of real strength now. Xavi Alonso. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Luis Suarez.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And he is deftly... Griezmann! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely.
Colorado Springs absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Colorado Springs will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. And we are back underway. Irwin cuts it out. Van Dijk.
Colorado Springs couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And it's Nedved. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Has a look up and delivers. Schmeichel claims it. Safe hands. It's not an especially good pass, that. Nedved. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That is good alertness. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Colorado Springs clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's been shifted off it. And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff makes a dash for it. And here's Suarez. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Luis Suarez, currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Messi. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Griezmann, and that's going wide left. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Batistuta. And he's had it nicked away. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. Ball comes. Impressive jump! And he can thump it away. Irwin has the space to scheme. And we have our very first corner. And that is that. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well... Oh, shooting chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. And he shoots! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Atalanta finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Suarez. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Ribery. Oh, that was vital. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Luis Suarez. Chance, surely! And that's a tidy finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Hazard. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Pato is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And here's Del Piero. And Del Piero! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Colorado Springs have their second corner now. Cleared away. And it's Ribery. Brilliantly cut out. Atalanta have the chance to go the other way. Ribery. Toure did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, it's a great ball here. Tries a shot! Goal! Atalanta! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate...
Great chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Corner number 3 coming up. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a searching pass. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Ribéry. Ribéry proves just a little bit too strong. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Hazard tries to dink it through. Messi! It's bounced back off the post. And a neat finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And that is all they have time for. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. The second period is underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, well played, well played.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Roberto Carlos. Nicely shaped cross. Maldini tries to clear.
Atalanta clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Little pass back. Ambitious ball here. And he was alert to it. Goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Simplicity itself.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Clinical. Just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Oh, he's been caught napping. And Messi! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Aimed beyond the defence. Xavi Alonso. Bergomi calmly anticipates. Colorado Springs, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And here's Suarez. Can he get it through? Messi has the space to scheme. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's going for goal! No, he's missed it.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Roberto Carlos picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Cruyff. Ferdinand kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Hazard. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Thuram attempts a clearance. Yaya Toure can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's lofted. There's the header! And that's a good finish. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And we're done. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game? Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We are just getting started. Decent chance! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Mohun Bagan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Deftly away. Now it's Cruyff. Looking for the run. Oh, perfectly measured that. Takes a shot! Goal! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but the
Chance for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Colorado Springs clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Can he get it through? Griezmann with the towering header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And this is Luis Suarez. That is a brilliant interception. And he's there to get it away. Griezmann. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Cruyff. Well read, nice interception.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they...
Griezmann! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Griezmann deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
The ball has bounced loose now, and this is Inzaghi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Colorado Springs looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Van Dijk can clear it away. Now it's Batistuta. Can he get on the end of this? Pinches it off him. Maldini. That's a cute ball. And he was alert to it. That's the end of the first 45. So your views on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Colorado Springs, looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So the action resumes. And it's Griezmann. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's managed to get free. Goes for a shot! And they've got rid. And here's Cruyff. Alonso. Oh, that's a very decent ball. And Cruyff! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are disappearing out of sight. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit.
Cruyff! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Forlan wins the duel this time. Forlan! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Luis Suarez. Knocks it into space. It's played through for him. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Stood up well to him there. Xavi Alonso. And it's Nedved. Cruyff is onto it in a flash. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Cruyff. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. It's Griezmann! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Alonso. And this is Cruyff. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Cruyff. Chance here to counter. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Griezmann. Oh, what has happened here? Adams clears. De Bruyne gets it away. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Well, that has not gone well. Great vision. Look at this. He's having a shot! Oh, it's hit the post. And no mistake. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Mohun Bagan may be down, but not out just yet. That's a pretty loose pass. Forward it goes. No, that's been intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. And he's had it nicked away. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That's that, the end. Colorado Springs can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Griezmann picking up the Man of the Match award.